pick that we just talked about. Go check out that video. But the big trade that just happened just now is, of course, breaking. Kristaps Porzingis officially traded to the Washington Wizards, and the Celtics are sending Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies, and the Wizards are getting Tyus Jones. The other key part in this trade as well is that the Celtics are also getting 2 first-round picks out of the deal. I'm not sure how Brad Stevens was able to finagle that, but he somehow finagled it, and we are now looking at probably one of the biggest Woj bombs of officially to kick off summer, a mortar shot from Adrian Wojnarowski. This is really big news, Pete, and I kind of want to know your opinion on it. Like, where are you leaning towards? Because I know you were shook when you found out about this trade. So what's your opinion on what you just found out about this trade?
Let's just cut right to it. I mean, if we're going by, video game rankings, this is like a triple S for the Celtics. This is the biggest win possible you could get. Unbelievable to turn Marcus Smart into Porzingis in 2 first-round picks. That's actually astounding to me. They're in a perfect position now to go upgrade their point guard spot, like significantly.
CP3?
I mean, CP3 makes a lot of sense, but do you really think he's an upgrade at this point in his career? I'm not sure about that, but he does make sense as far as personality of the team. I mean, it's kind of like adding another coach to your team, which in that sense, he makes a ton of sense for them. But I do think, like we talked about this earlier, Bernie, I still firmly believe if you're trading for Porzingis, that means they have plans for Robert Williams. Like, I think Al Horford is integral to the team at this point. He's a player coach. I mean, he was literally coaching the team in huddles in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
They're not moving from him, especially Brad Stevens loves Al Horford. He's not moving Al Horford. There's no way. It was the first thing he did was went and got him back. I think now you have these picks. Like, what's the 25th pick do for them? Other than maybe you get a guy like, in a perfect world, a Christian Brown, right? Like somebody like that down in that area, somebody with a really low contract for a few years. I think they're going to trade all that stuff. I think Robert Williams and a few picks are about to get packaged for a better guard. Just seems like it's lining up a little too perfectly for them to make another move. But huge, huge win for the Celtics here. And then I would say that I think the Grizzlies, they overpaid from the little bit of understanding I have from the picks here. But I still like this for them, too, quite a bit. I actually really like Marcus Smart for them. I think he's definitely improved as a point guard. They need a point guard desperately. That's why when we first heard this, that they were getting rid of Tyus Jones in the trade, that we were both like astounded that they would do that. But Marcus Smart is the type of guy that can help the culture in Memphis. He has definitely proven himself to be a mature person as far as, how he conducts himself off the court and on the court, but, maybe not your end-all be-all leader, but as far as a guy who can assist in redirecting some negative parts of your culture, I do think he's a great fit because he's not going to take any nonsense, He's not going to go in there and let, Ja Morant, ruin the team's chances of doing anything. If anything, be the first one to stand up and say something. So I like it as far as fit for them. I'm not sure they needed to give Tyus Jones and picks away to get Marcus Smart, like in a different trade.
Yeah.
No, they could have gotten him for probably less if it wasn't part of this package deal. Wizards, I just don't understand it. I just don't get it.
Draft picks, trades.
Tyus Jones, unless they turn Tyus Jones into like a first again, another first, and just keep stacking it up, because he could get some sort of protected first. I think you'd get for Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
like Phoenix should be calling. They don't have anything to send, but they should be calling for Tyus Jones. He would be instantly their best guard.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think this is a great move for the Celtics, clearly. Being able to get a top-tier player and 2 first-round picks is pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. The Wizards continue to do Wizards things. They, to me, they just don't make any sense roster construction-wise. I think they're just kind of throwing stuff at the at the dartboard and like saying, okay, we're just gonna go with that and say like, hey, this is what we're going with. And I think Memphis, getting Marcus Smart is a huge upgrade in terms of a guy that's gonna put up no nonsense with John Moran. He's probably gonna try and he's probably gonna hang out with John Moran, make sure that he's up, making sure that he's just playing basketball and not doing his shenanigans that he's doing online. Um,
Yep.
and so to
One little
me,
update.
oh
Little
yep,
update. The Celtics are sending a second round pick in this
dang it,
trade to the Wizards. 35th overall pick in the draft is going to the Wizards.
damn it,
Still, what a price to pay. Oh my God, we
yeah,
had to give Marcus Smart, a guy we should have traded 2 seasons ago, and the 35th pick. It's, I I just can't believe it, Bernie. That's a 2K trade on the easiest settings.
yeah. I mean, again, it's really, to me, the Wizards are just like the most dysfunctional franchise. Again, I love it because we get a great player out of it and we get 2 first round picks, but like,
They're just
you
trying to bottom out.
yeah.
It's that simple. They're trying to be the worst team in the league for the next 2 to 3 seasons. There's just no other way around it.
Yeah.
And if you're Michael Winger, you convinced, I think his name is like Ted
Ted
Leonosis,
Lasso.
I don't know. Leonidas. I want to call him Leonidas from 300. I don't remember what his name is. The owner.
Leonidas.
It's something like that. The owner of the Wiz.
Sparta.
Um, but if you're Michael Winger and you have convinced them, hey, we're awful. These dudes aren't going to change anything. Let's be the worst team in the league for 3 years, and you're cashing the checks that he's getting based on the contract that he got, Michael Winger, that is the biggest win possible. I mean, you are already scraping the bottom of the barrel as far as the league is concerned. With the amount of talent that is in the league, they have a stark lack of talent on their team. Um, I am, wow, what a trade. What a
Yeah.
trade, Bernie.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is a great trade. I think at the end of the day, we're gonna see what happens to the Wizards and both the Grizzlies. I think both those teams are definitely not done. I could definitely see the Wizards not being done, because they are
They're
looking
not
to.
done.
They're looking.
I think Kuzma's a sign and trade too.
I mean, we'll see what happens with Kuzma. I know Kuzma is going to be a free agent as well. He's looking to get 30 million a year. I don't know if he's going to get 30
Could
million
you
a year.
imagine paying him that much? Oh my God.
I don't think he's going
Somebody
to
is
get.
going to.
I
Be
don't
a
think. I
stupid
don't.
team.
I don't think they're going. I think they're at most they're going to do like 23, 24.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll get 30, but he's going to be over 20 for sure. He'll be like in that 25 range, give or
Yeah.
take a couple. Whoever does that is going to be so upset with themselves a couple years from now.
Yeah. And we'll see what
Be
happens.
getting a lot of cool sweaters out of the deal.
Yeah, people, let us know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about it. I know that Sean's over here just going bonkers right now. He's having the Wizards as a playoff team this year. By the way, he's talking about Corey Kispert and Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones
The
as the
G
best
League,
duo.
G League playoffs.
Hey,
They
they
get
could win
relegated
the in
mid-season.
season. They could win the in season tournament. You never know.
I mean,
But
if every all-star in the league died
oh my
spontaneously,
god.
sure. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying
god.
they're not
Oh my
they're not winning any
god.
tournament with the team they have. What are you talking about?
But anyway, jokes aside, uh, yeah, I mean, this is a very eye-opening trade, and we'll get more news as it is to come. But let's quickly talk about Middleton because I think Middleton is
Yeah,
also
we
another one that is
got to
an
talk about that.
interesting one, and that's of course him opting out of his deal, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. He's set to become a free agent, and obviously the Bucks are looking to make a new deal with him. But declining a $40 million player option is interesting because I don't know.
He ain't getting that. He ain't getting a 40 for next season. I think he just wants longer with more
Yeah, a
guaranteed.
little more guaranteed. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
weird one though, Bernie.
it
Weird
is.
one.
I think that is there someone telling him that he can get more money somewhere else? That's kind of the question that I have.
I'm just
Like,
more thinking if it's like he's really just looking out for that long-term deal just for health reasons. You
yeah,
know, like I could cash in this huge 40 this year, or I could try and go get like a 4 for 120.
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, definitely could. definitely could see him kind of doing that. Like you said, I think it makes the most sense for him to try to get a bag before he, obviously he's going to retire in the next couple of years from the NBA, and so, um, it's going to be a very interesting scenario to kind of see. Uh,
Where do you think he goes, Bernie? You think he just re-signs with Milwaukee?
I mean, I don't know if Milwaukee wants to give him that much money. That's kind of my just because they know the history of his injuries. Uh if I'm
He
looking at
kind
all
of
the
fell off a little this season too. And I know he was coming off a big injury, but he wasn't the same. He
well,
wasn't the same defender that he was.
I just need to see him a little healthier. I think that he just kind of dealt with a lot of injuries, and that's really what affected him the most. And so, we could potentially see him going to, I hate to do this because everybody does this,
Oh,
especially in
here
LA.
it comes. Yeah,
The
here
LA
comes the
Lakers.
Lakers.
The
They're not
Lakers.
getting him. Can't
um,
afford him. With what money?
well, you don't sign what's his name?
Kyrie?
No, not Kyrie.
Austin Reeves?
Austin. No, not Austin Reeves.
Rui. That's who you're talking about.
I'm talking about Siri. No. D'Lo. You get off the
Oh
big
well,
D'Lo contract.
that's a given. That's a given that he can't come back. That's a given. There's just no way. But even then, Bernie, counting out D'Lo, they're already in a contractual situation. Like because they're gonna have to give Reeves 3 for 90, something like that. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna get the max of what he can get. It's
I've
gonna
heard
be
Spurs
something
could be
like
in
that.
the contention for him.
I've heard that too. I told you that was something I would hope that the Spurs would consider. I think it makes a lot of sense for them. But that being said, they're going to have to pay 3 for 90. The problem for the Lakers is that they can't let that happen. They already have done that once in Pelinka's recent history. You have this talented young guy who fits perfect with LeBron at this point in his career. You can't just let him walk. You can't do
Yeah.
that. So dude, there's no way he goes to the Lakers. Middleton. They can't afford him. They just can't. It would be competing with the Suns to see who can say we're going to go farther and farther over this curtain. We're going as high over the curtain as we can get.
Hang on, Pete. We just lost you.
No.
Oh, I really need to. Okay, I think you're back.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
back.
back. You're back. You're back. You're back.
I'm back. Yeah, what I was saying, I was just saying, I don't think there's any way Middleton goes to the Lakers. I don't think they can afford him whatsoever. He's in a weird spot. I honestly think he's going to go back to Milwaukee. I don't think anybody is going to come in with some over the top offer that would just completely eliminate the Bucks from contention. But
Yeah.
who knows though? Because the Bucks have to make some signings. I think they need to re-sign Brook Lopez as well. I think he's
Yeah.
expired.
Yeah. No, I've heard some stuff about him as too. I mean, it is going to be a very, I think the Bucks are also going to have to, I think this is probably another reason why the Celtics kind of made this move too. Is just like they see an opening, especially because their biggest competitor. I know they lost to the Miami Heat, but kind of one of their biggest rivals, the Bucks, has gotten weaker. Obviously with moves happening and things like that. So they're looking to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, I mean they should build a statue of Brad Stevens outside the arena already, as far as I'm concerned. If I was a Celtics fan, I'd be praising this dude every day of my life.
Yeah, I mean he made a great trade, and I'm curious to see what they do with Jaylen Brown now. I mean that's another one that's
He's
looming because do you sign him
staying.
or do you keep him? I think you probably keep him. I think they're going to go run it back with that roster. I still think the point guard position is crucial though, and they need to find a point guard solution
They're
fast.
they couldn't have opened the way to go get a better point guard any more than what they did though. You can still like Derek White is still a really solid guy, and for major stretches of the playoffs in the season, he was their best guard. Same thing could be said about Brogdon, just the injuries like we keep talking about. Now they have all sorts of room to go do something. Because Brogdon, I mean, maybe the Clippers didn't want him, maybe the Grizzlies didn't want him. There's a team out there that wants a guy like Brogdon. There definitely is a team. So I don't even think they're like you said, run it back. Like they're already pretty different. Like just the fact that Marcus Smart is gone is a huge difference. He's been the only constant for 10 years plus now for
All
this
right,
team.
more stuff added. The Wizards are also acquiring Danilo Gallinari, which makes sense in terms of contract
Yeah.
wise, and
Yeah.
Mike Muscala in the deal too.
Oh yeah, come off it, dude. Brad Stevens, what a guy.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
absolutely finessing the league everywhere he goes.
learning
Let's
from
stop doing it.
his what-
Danny.
learning from
Danny
Danny,
Ainge.
first round
What is
picks.
happening?
He sniffs those. He sniffs those first round picks and is
Dude,
absolutely.
I'm honestly upset. I'm now the farther it goes, I'm more annoyed. The fact that he got Porzingis in 2 firsts for Marcus Smart. That's disgusting. Incompetence of some of these franchises to allow that to happen. It's nuts. As it is better than FIFA, Nicholas Russell. I agree with you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man.
We're going to need to ruminate on this a little bit, Bernie. We're going to need to go into the thought chamber. We're going to have to get through the draft tomorrow night. Who knows how much our mind is going to be blown tomorrow night, too. I have strong. That picture of Russell Westbrook with the Wizards GM is. That's funny. This is going to be a crazy, crazy week of basketball news. I have a strong, strong suspicion there are going to be some teams in the East that just see what the Celtics did that are going to be terrified. Like they just made all the right moves in one setting, one sitting, I guess I should say. Um, yeah, I mean, maybe this is the thing that entices like a Heat, let's say, to add that extra first round pick and get Dame on their squad.
Yeah,
Could be. It could be. So
they're gonna need to do something, man. I mean, it's gonna be a competitive East again. And the Miami Heat just made the NBA Finals. They need to add some players as well. And I think they clearly are going to be the team to beat this year. But in terms of like I always say like whoever wins the East is like the team to beat. So yeah, I know the Celtics have a strong roster and they're probably the team to beat. Just because of roster wise, but yeah, I mean
right now, yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a very, very fun NBA season with Porzingis, with a Marcus Smart list Celtics. I think it's going to look a little different. Um, it'll be very interesting indeed.
I do love the fact that we went from I had to live with Porzingis. Now you live with Porzingis. Very different points of his career and his life. He seems like a much more mature guy at this point. I'm annoyed at this. I mean, you guys just got way better. Celtics just got way, way better. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
It'd be funny. What if Al Horford is the guy that is now getting replaced? What if he just moves up to a coaching spot? That might make sense too.
Yeah.
You have Robert Williams too. You don't have to trade him.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a very fun it's going to be a fun offseason. It's going to be a very fun offseason because like I said, this will really start to have teams now say, "Okay, what's the next move?"
Celtics fans, man, so spoiled. so spoiled. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. We probably should call it, huh?
Definitely yes. I have to go for sure.
All right.
for sure.
All
but
right.
it was a worthwhile extension of our stream.
Definitely was. And let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys make of this huge Woj bomb that just got dropped? Again, Celtics getting Kristaps Porzingis and 2 first-round picks. Meanwhile, the Wizards are getting Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, and I believe the 35th pick, while the Grizzlies get Marcus Smart. Or maybe I have the 35th pick going to the... No, they're going to the Wizards.
Go to the Wizards, yeah.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys make of all this? Because, again, this is a huge one that's going to, again, I think it's going to cause ripple effects going into the NBA draft and further on here out. So let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys make of this trade? But anyway, guys, that is going to do it here for the charts. Thank you once again for coming through, Pete. We appreciate you tuning in and helping us out here on the stream.
Well, thank you for having me as always. I'm excited to come back. We have much more to talk about.
Exactly. And once, obviously my school schedule is officially done after tomorrow until, obviously I come back from the trip. But it's going to be a little bit more open. I'm looking to explore new actually looking to explore new ways to stream and in terms of like what times and things like that. So be on the lookout for a schedule moving forward. I kind of want to I kind of want to bite into the early morning network news stuff. So look forward to maybe some early morning early morning streams going into that 6 a.m.
Recent
slot.
recent addition to the Charges repertoire of talent, we've added Shannon Sharp. He's joining the team.
He's joining the team.
We're going to compete with Undisputed
We're gonna
going
compete
forward.
with Undisputed with I can Skip Bayless and whoever they decide to add. Probably like LaShawn McCoy is what's rumored. But
Oh, dude, he's going to give him crazy work every day. It's going to be good.
but
LaShawn McCoy and Skip Bayless. Oh my God, I might have to watch that. I didn't hear that.
but yeah,
Hate Skip.
we're coming for them. But yeah, be on the lookout because like I said, obviously basketball is still going on for me, but I also want to provide you guys content. So be on the lookout for that moving forward.